Welcome back to Time Out with Sports Adda. Delhi Capitals managing 200 plus. Brilliant batting from Prithvi Shaw and David Warner. Something that we all were hoping for. A good start, a formidable start, and a good total. So, Rishabh, wasting no further time, please tell me what do you feel of this innings and how good was Prithvi Shaw if I have to take his name first?
I think yes, this is what we had spoken earlier as well. That the top order needs to come and score runs, and we have seen when that happens, the low middle order is able to score those quick runs, and that propels your score above 200. This was exactly what was lacking from Delhi Capitals, and Prithvi Shaw had shown glimpses of this. He did play a few decent knocks, those 30, 35 odd, but this big knock was important for him also to get that confidence back that he can do the job for his team at top of the order. So I think. Now we can say that Delhi have found their old mojo back, because of which they
Yep.
were finalists for the last two editions. And if they continue like this, maybe we can see them for the third time as well in the finals.
Let's just hope for the best. Now, if you can have a look at the scorecard here, Bhavik, if you could tell me what did you make of this innings from David Warner
Well,
and how good was he?
see, this was due. David Warner coming in and scoring runs today. It was very much due. But I would, you know, won't take any sort of credit away from the way how Shardul and Akshar Patel batted in the death overs. That late flourish from there, adding some 50 odd runs in no time. I really feel
Right.
that was the turning point in this game. They could have, easily got restricted around 180 or 190, but boy, they, just went all bonkers on the Kolkata bowlers, and that late flourish eventually helped Delhi post this mammoth total.
Absolutely a mammoth total. Great bowling by Kolkata bowlers. Bowler, if I may say. Only one bowler, and it's Sunil Narayan,
The
the silent
magician.
assassin, the magician, the mystery man. Rishabh, what is there? What does Sunil Narayan have that separates him from all the other mystery spinners, and how is he so good year after year? We've spoken about this in every show, I think, with Salil being there, Bhavik being there, now you being there. Every show that Sunil Narayan has been playing IPL for over 10 years now, and still he is not, his economy rate is so good in the power play, in the middle overs. How is he so good?
Yes, his economy is good. He's a fantastic bowler after being banned for a couple of times and having to work on his action two or three times. That is a very big thing because as a bowler,
Useless.
naturally you get a rhythm in a particular action when you're asked to change it because of, illegal bowling action and all of those. Then to come and be so effective, that demands that much more respect. And I think we were talking about this earlier as well that it's all about finding the right length, finding the right, what we say that, he needs to find the right spot to bowl, the line in length, and I think he's found that perfectly. And he has that clarity. He knows his role exactly. That maybe his role is not to take wickets. He has to focus just on containing runs. So he focuses
Right.
more on that, where he knows that okay, from the other end, I've got a tight over. I have a chance of taking a wicket. He bowls those attacking lines, which propels the batsman to go for a shot, fall short, and get a wicket. So I think he's very clear at this point of time on what is expected out of him, and I think he's got a fair bit of confidence. Running as well on his abilities, and for that you have to credit KKR, because two editions back when he was banned, they still persisted with him. They had their own entire bowling setup behind him to get his action corrected.
Right.
I think this sort of a performance is what even they would have expected out of him, and he's delivering it right now.
Absolutely. He just has those two deliveries that he bowls, but the way he does that and the control that he has on his balls and the length that he bowls is phenomenal. And all credit to Sunil Narayan and the bowling staff as well. Now, we made some predictions before the first innings. Let's see what was the result, who got what right. Oh,
For a
well,
change, even
so
Yash is in the competition.
come on, let's bring it on. I have got two right. This is the total that I get in almost both the innings, so it's a good start for me. A good pitch for me to bat on, a lot of grass on it. But I think David Warner proved me wrong. I was happy to be proven wrong, to be very honest, because the way David Warner batted, I personally told you before the show as well, I want him to score runs, but I just don't see it. But then looking at that pitch and just what I could hear from the commentators and every people out there that it's a great pitch to bat on. Now it's the fun part of the show. Once again, we are going to make a few predictions for the second innings. And let's see who gets what right here. It's prediction time. Okay, so as you all know, I'll be going first. We'll make three predictions each, batting, bowling, and the team prediction. So my first prediction would be Venkatesh Iyer to score six or more boundaries. Yes, I think he will score six or more boundaries because like I said, the pitch is a good pitch to bat on. He has scored a 50 in the last game, was not out, so he's running high on confidence. And we all know the power that he possesses, and just that the Delhi bowlers have not got going from the word go. They've not got that rhythm set yet, so it could be a chance for him to score runs.
And
Second
this
prediction
is
for me,
fours and sixes combined.
yeah, it's fours and sixes combined, all the boundaries. Yep. So top bowler for Delhi, no Andrik Nokia here. So I think Mustafizur
This
has to take the burden on his shoulders. He has been very pivotal when he played for Sunrise Hyderabad. Now playing for Rajasthan later on, and now for Delhi, it's a new role for him. But I feel that he is the bowler to watch out for in the Delhi Capitals bowling lineup. Now my final prediction is the team prediction. My team prediction, if I can have a look at it, my team prediction would be KKR to not win the match. I'm backing Bhavik here because Bhavik has said it's Delhi, but moreover, I really feel that Delhi bowlers, it's time that they perform. I've seen David Warner, he scored runs. Prithvi Shaw, he scored runs. Now today, I really hope that even the bowlers, raise their hand up and they're like, yes, I'm gonna win the match for you today. So I can see a Delhi Capitals win here and not a KKR win. So that's my prediction. Bhavik, over to you.
All right. I'll predict KKR's batsman range first, and that is Ajinkya Rahane. I feel he'll somewhere score in between 15 to 30. He usually takes time to settle in, and today I suppose they are chasing a big total. So he might get a couple of early boundaries, but then again, too many flashy shots would just not, help him suit his gameplay. So yeah,
It's
that
a
is my
very,
first
very
prediction.
precise prediction, Bhavik. I love
Precise
this
one.
accuracy. I love this. Brilliant, Bhavik. Brilliant, brilliant.
While my second prediction here is DC to take five or more wickets in this innings. Of course, in the pursuit of a mammoth chase, I'm sure Kolkata will go all guns blazing, and
Right.
that gets the vulnerable part out. So yeah, I mean, five or more wickets is due here. While my
Awesome.
final prediction here would be. That is just a second, just a second. Yes, number of ducks, there'll be no ducks. Okay, although everyone would just come in and start their games ASAP, but I'm not sure there'll be any ducks.
Brilliant. Rishabh, your
Rishabh.
turn now.
Yes. So coming to my first prediction for the batsman, KKR's top batter Nitish Rana. We mentioned it in the pre-show as well that it's a long due innings. He has to come and prove why he's been retained and why he's been given so much big bucks. And considering the fact that Delhi is one team which has got a very good spin attack, but all three left arm spinners. Which you see Akshar Patel, Lalit Yadav, and Kuldeep Yadav. So I expect the left-hander to be sent at number 3 to counter the left-armers and maybe score some quick runs. So I'm expecting Nitish Rana to score runs. Coming to my second prediction on the bowling front, most economical bowler Kuldeep Yadav, because the first game he played here, he was quite effective on this sort of a wicket, and we've seen Sunil Narayan bowl well. So if he can just take some cues on which areas to for the ball to land, he can sort of try to repeat the same similar sort of performance. I'm expecting Kuldeep
Right.
Yadav to be the most economical one. And coming to my team prediction, KKR scores in the power play between 41 to 60. I
Right.
I was actually a bit skeptical on this. I wanted to go on the higher side because when you're chasing a total like 215, you need to get a head start. But considering the fact that it's Ajinkya Rahane and Venkatesh Iyer, who are not out and out sloggers, I have kept it between 41 to 60. But I'll be happy if they score more than 60. I don't mind getting a red there if KKR are able to bat well.
Fantastic, good predictions there. You also made a very precise prediction of 41 to 60. That's good. But just speaking of the game now, going forward, you spoke of Nitish Rana playing spin well, but there is Lalit Yadav. He is the surprise element. You never know if he can be given bowling in the power play, if he gets a Venkatesh certain out, or even if Ajinkya Rahane he gets out early. You have that chance. The spin. If you're two bowlers out of your five bowlers, if we just count the five out and out bowlers bowling, the two bowlers, if they bowl a bit economical, I think that is where the game changes. So, Bhavik, asking you first, what would be the game plan if you're a Delhi coach, if you're Praveen Amre, Ajit Agarkar, or Ricky Ponting or certain at this moment? What would you tell your boys? How do you go about this chase? Because the pitch is a batting paradise. Now, do you go for wickets or do you just try to restrict and bowl according to a field?
Well, see, power play is fairly important in this run chase. Anything on offer is getting punished here. So I'm sure right lengths and right areas are something that would be discussed in that team hurdle. But then again, I'm sure the DC bowlers have to also execute it, coming in with a hint amount of due and repeatedly, continuing that task is a
Right.
tough, call here. But then again, restricting them in the power play and get the big man Andre Russell out early. That is the only two, possible options where DC can possibly win this game.
Bhavik, there is another big man in the team. It's Pat Cummins. You can get Russell out, but
See,
then you pull up Pat Cummins.
he's still a fast bowler for me. He's still a fast bowler for me and not a genuine all rounder. Trust
Tell
me
that
on
to a
this.
Mumbai
He's
Indians
still a
fan.
fast
Tell that
bowler.
to a Mumbai Indians fan. They would completely disagree with you that he's not just a bowler, he's a bloody brilliant batsman as well. And he scored a brilliant innings last time around. So the threat lies right till Sunil Narine and Pat Cummins. So they've got a lot of sloggers, pinch hitters, whatever you call them in the end. But for a KKR batsman, Rishabh, if you have to just tell me what would their game plan be? You just said Venkatesh and Ajinkya are not the most flashy batsmen. They are the ones who take calculated risks. But this is a game where you need to score 10 and over for the whole game now. So the power play score needs to be big. But what about the middle overs? How do you go about in the middle overs where you've got experience like Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel in the opposite team? How would you take them on? Do you think that a couple of lefties would be given in place of Ajinkya? Like once the wicket falls, a lefty could be sent in and probably trying to slog their way out of trouble.
Yeah, that is exactly what I said earlier as well. That Nitish Rana, for this very reason, I feel that he might get a promotion at number 3 only because he's a left-hander. And Brabon is a small stadium. We've all been there. We know how the mid-wicket boundaries and all. It's sort of a square sort of stadium, so very straight. And you go towards square, the boundaries are short. And Nitish Rana, and with these bats these days, even a mistime shot can clear the boundary. So that should be the plan to send Nitish Rana up the order, because anyways down you later you have guys like Pat Cummins, Sunil Narine and Andre Russell to even if the required rate is around 15, it's not over for KKR with those three years
Yeah,
still yet to come. So that should be the plan. If KKR have to completely turn the tide, maybe they can just play a googly. What they can do is maybe send Nitish Rana to open, keep somebody like a Rahane at number 3, so that Nitish Rana gets time to settle down. He maybe gets those initial 1 or 2 overs where he can just take the time, set his eyes on the ball, and then when the spinner comes, attack. So that can also be one of the things they can try, but it doesn't seem like
possibly.
it. But if Rahane is coming, I think Rahane should just be given a green signal. Don't just tell him that either you score at a strike rate of more than 150 or come back in the first 3 overs. Nothing more than that. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult for the batsman to follow, to come and chase down this target.
Right, right. So the chase is on. Bhavik, before we go, any last words? You still back Delhi Capitals to win this, or can you see a
Absolutely,
KKR win?
yes. No, I'll
Oh,
still back my decision with DC.
so it's DC from one of our experts. Now, Rishabh, over
Let's
to
see
you. Do
what
you still
Rishabh
back?
has to say.
Yes, exactly. Is it going to be like this, or is it going to be like this? I want to know if you all are
It
together
is
on
gonna
this
be,
or
because
this.
yesterday I think we were together. I still have that. I somewhere have a gut feeling that my KKR might be able to chase this target down. So I just hope that I'm just going for KKR this time. Let's see.
So let's see. Let's hope for the best. Now, live action coming up, guys. Thank you for joining with me, Bhavik, Rishabh. I'll see you in the post-match show. This was Time Out with Sports Adda. Take care.
Thank you.